Hey guys, I'm Orla and this is your women's gear review channel where we focus on the fit check for the female body. Today we are reviewing the Able Carry Daily Plus. In this review, we have sectioned it off into a summary, features, fit check, comfortability, whether or not it passes the female body test, airline test, water test, pros and cons, and then finally rounding up the video with some final thoughts. And of course, if there is anything that we have missed that you would like to know about this backpack, then just pop us a wee comment below. Okay, let's get cracking on with the summary. So this is priced around 209 US dollars. This is the X-Pack material. Now, this material is definitely something I love and adore and highly appreciated because it is something that you can just get down and dirty without feeling like conscious or too much effort to clean. So you do have YKK zippers and they also have these kind of seatbelt custom pillars on the bag as well, which you can kind of tuck in behind like some of the material there. And also the seams on the zips are really tapered tight, so no water is seeping into them. This is a low stretch waterproof construction featuring 210 denier face fabric, which is said to provide the ideal balance of weight and durability. And you definitely feel that with the bag. Like, it feels very lightweight, especially when it is completely packed out, and the materials are just top notch. Although it doesn't really look aesthetically pleasing when it's sitting up. What is that? So this is a 21 litre and when it is completely unpacked it weighs about 2.6 pounds and the dimensions are 19.3 by 11.4 by 7.5 in inches, and that is 49 by 29 by 19.1 in centimetres. So it does come in the colour brown here, and you can also get it in the X-Pack black, which is also the same materials as this one here. You can get the X-Pack's green, which is the X42 materials, and then you can get it in the X-Pack's navy, which is the same materials as this one that we have here. So the only one that is a bit different is the X-Pack green. I have to say, in terms of the colors, it is definitely a nice color, especially this brown. I feel like this suits all kinds of seasons. It's very summery, wintry, autumny, springery. So the shape and style is this A-shaped frame here. Now I feel like you're either going to be a lover or a hater of this because it is definitely unique. It's something different. I definitely feel like this shape suits my body type a bit better. I don't know why, but it feels a lot more aesthetically pleasing than like the average kind of backpack shape. This is something that I definitely appreciate, as you can kind of probably see and pick up on camera here. When it is completely packed out here and the way that it shapes, because of the flexibility on front, the stuff that I have in here is all like, so it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing when it's completely packed out, and the way it's sitting, it's literally like that building. But even if it was like to fall forward, it's well kind of padded here. The back system is like, if you haven't seen my Daily Plus review, the word that I used about 100 gazillion times was rigid. And that's what it's like on the back here. It's very solid, whereas the front, there has a little bit more flexibility, so you can kind of max it out. You just have to be aware of the stuff that you're packing in there and the shape that it's going to create. The bottom of the bag is well padded, so when you first kind of receive this can fold like into itself, but then you pop it out and then you have like this flat base. But because of the A-shaped frame, it kind of just rolls forward. But no matter, like, if you try and just like wiggle it a bit, you can kind of set it up by itself, she'll say, and then it'll fall forward. So they do offer worldwide shipping. Able Carry offer a 2-week test run, so you can test out the bag, and after 2 weeks, if you're like no, then you can return it. And they also offer lifetime warranty. Goodbye. Okay, let's get cracking on with the features. So in terms of the brands in here, you have some on the front and you also have some implemented on the straps. It's very nice because whatever way like the light touches it, kind of glistens, whatever. It glosses. That's a new word if I've just made that up. Externally, this is fun. So you've got this kind of like webbing hooking system here that is throughout the bag, so it always runs into the kind of main handle that you have at the top. The webbing runs down throughout the bag onto the front, around to the sides, and this is where you can, if you wanted to, externally attach anything that you want. Maybe you have a bike light, maybe you have a carabiner or anything that you just, a helmet, a freaking small jacket, if you have a carabiner, then you can hang that onto that, which is super duper handy, and I actually really appreciate that. I would like a bigger one just for my headphones, because I really like to attach them on the outside when they are not in use on my head. So that is there if you want to. It's actually quite reliable, this here seatbelt material. I'm not a fan of seatbelt material, but this works for us because it gives it like that action style bag. So moving on to the first kind of pocket here. You're swinging the bag around. You want to get in and get what you need. Now this is nice that this covers that, so it kind of gives that sort of anti-theft in terms of just hiding it a little bit, but sometimes it does kind of stick out, so take what you will from that. Annoyingly, and I get it because this flap like kind of covers it, but go ahead, if you're going to put like the PU kind of coat in here, then just shove it on the front one as well. There's no harm, because you know rain could literally get in there as well. So I would have appreciated that, but here we move. Now inside here, you can completely pack this out. As mentioned, it will depend on how you want to let your front sit with the whole A-frame. It is quite flexible, so it's going to mold to that. I have some headphones in here. I have a camera in the zip pocket. I would definitely recommend, if you do have like electronics or anything valuable, to just pad it up a little bit, because it is fine, but it's not overly padded. Like it's not like as it is on the back here of it. Then you do have your key kind of lash system here. Your little key hooker is a wee G hook, and you can attach those onto that like so. I prefer this kind of system than like this one where you have to literally get your nails and shove that on. That zip pocket is nice, has a nice puller, so it's easy to kind of differentiate and open up the little mesh pocket. The mesh in there is absolutely stunning. It's so nice to feel. It's not cheap and like webby, it's quite silky and nice. And they've implemented that onto the other pocket, which is just like a wee stretchy pocket, but just be careful, like not that, but this pocket here on the other side that isn't zipped. If you have any valuables and they're kind of loosely in there, they may or may not fall out depending on how well packed you have that kind of pocket. So just something to be aware of if you do accidentally have that pocket open, and then things may or may not potentially fall out. I've found no issues with that though in terms of that. And then you kind of still have enough space. Like as mentioned, I've packed out those pockets with a phone, a tripod. Why do I keep doing that? I keep saying tripod like I'm American. Tripod. And then you still have enough space to even shove like a jacket or headphones in there if you don't mind like compromising the shape. Then we have your water bottle compartment. Now interestingly enough, I really do hate when pockets are on the inside for the water bottle compartment. It's something I prefer to be on the outside so I can swing the bag around and easily get it. But this I'm not too mad about because it's in its own little compartment. Again, the flap kind of style material, so it is kind of hidden unless this kind of falls out. Again, could have done with some PU coating on that there, but sure. Inside is just space. It fits my 500ml that I have here. And there's still plenty more to go. Like that pocket runs right down. You could even get a thicker, bigger one in there if you wanted to. And even if you didn't want to use that edge of water bottle compartment, you could chuck in more belongings in there. And that material is just really easy to kind of clean and wipe down. So it's just a lot better to manage, especially if you do spill some water in there. And that is that. So now moving on to the main compartment. Now what I love is that you can kind of implement an anti-theft kind of feature here by shoving your zips through that there webbing, stopping the owl thief from getting in. This is the coated kind of material that I love and would have loved to have seen on the other zips, but we move. Then this opens up like so. I've been testing this for a wee while now, so what I have in here is just like my everyday kind of carry stuff. So if you want, you can flap this on down, right? But be aware that if you're using that water bottle compartment, that is a little bit harder to do. So as you can see, that little bit of resistance. On the kind of top here, you do have a pocket, which I usually place my other kind of purse or accessory cards or things that I need that I feel like need a bit extra more security, then I'd shove them into that there pocket. And that's just nice again for that easy clean kind of style material. I've opted to shove my jacket in there, and that's all I really have in there because the weather here is a bit of a mixture, so I don't know when it's going to be hot or when it's going to be raining, so that's always ideal to have. And then I save the kind of space for that massive jacket because you just don't know. Then inside, again, that flat bottom just flattens out, so you can pack this up really well. Like, even if you wanted to pack it up with some packing cubes, you could do that, and it would be quite easy to do because there is plenty of flexibility with it. There is plenty of space with it. So here's one, just to give you an idea. That is a medium packing cube one. Let me get you another one. This is a smaller one too. And then you still have room here to kind of still pack up the front as well. So plenty of space. If you wanted to even take this away with you, you could do that. What I absolutely love is, as mentioned, as that front pocket is that mesh. Like, they haven't been really at all skimpy with the class material. Like, they've not just chucked something in and been like, oh, that'll do. They've really thought about the materials, and what is literally so appealing is this mesh. It's really nice and stretchy. It's really silky smooth. It's quite easy to kind of wipe down and clean. You've got one little pocket here and then another one, which you can implement any kind of tech accessories in there if you wanted to. Unfortunately, all the kind of like tech accessory that I have is an old laptop that's literally about to die. So I don't have any other added accessories like a, what do you call those, an iPad or anything. But what I will do is give you a measurement of this pocket so that you'll know, maybe in case you have one. So that pocket runs up to, what are you? 8.5, about 8.5 inches up. And what's the cutoff here? Oh, about 8 inches across. So a nice wee pocket if you did have any other tech accessories as well. And then you could plop like chargers and things like that at the bottom. It's all really nice. And then the laptop compartment, it fits my 12-inch grand, but I will give you a measurement. What I do like is that you could literally use this whole space because there is no like strap holding it down, and it is all well taper tight and really padded too, so you don't have to be concerned about your laptop being in there. The pocket can run up to about 17 inches, but the one thing that's going to get you is the measurements across. So what's the cutoff point here, guys? I'd say about 10.5 across. So take what you will from that. It fits my laptop at this size in there, which is a 12-inch and about 9 inches across as well. And that's just nice. Again, really something I appreciate. Really well padded, easy to kind of get out. Do have to say, I do prefer its own laptop compartment in the back, so I'm not faffing about at TSA, especially if you have the bag completely fully packed up. There's nothing worse than being yelled at, liquids, electronics in the basket, and you're like, oh. So I'd rather just have that in the back and be done with it, and have like the liquids in the front, so it's much easier to kind of get everything out without being yelled at. Okay, now on to the back system. As mentioned, sorry, here with this kind of handle, this is really, really good in terms of just saving you from using these straps, right? Because this is just stuck up already, so it's quite easy to just grab. And there is plenty of room, like they're not stingy with the space. Some brands are like, here, grab a hold of that there. And you're like, well, my sausage hands won't fit into that, so thanks. Let's start with this beauty. At the top is your wee secret pocket. You can fit a wee passport in there. It runs right down to here. So pretty deep. You want to chuck your phone, you want to chuck your cards, you want to chuck your purse in there. Shove it all in, hide it through that, and then shove it on your back, and nobody'd even be none the wiser. So the back, the straps, thick, very thick. Nice water weather resistant here material, and then on the inside is this mesh. Then you've got your sternum strap. Now, when I look at this system, I just go, because I'm lazy. I want to be able to just move it up and down. I don't want to have to take it out and look down and my chin's literally folding into my face because I'm trying to get this out and maneuver it. Whereas I just prefer to like roll it up and down. But that is the system. I mean, it's absolutely grand. If you're not lazy, then perfect. But I literally am. So whatever it's at, it's probably going to stay at. Then you have this kind of hyperlong material here if you wanted to add anything extra onto the straps. That is your only one. You don't have like an identical one here on the other side. The straps here are adjustable. You've got the dangle stoppers, which is nice. Absolutely love when brands do this. And oh, thank God my thumb fits into this one. The freaking daily backpack that I have behind me, my thumb wouldn't fit through it. So I'm glad for the generosity of this one that my thick thumb can fit through. Then moving on, just to touch bases with this kind of system here for the sternum strap. It is magnetic plastic, right? But it's really, really durable. Like, I found no issues, especially bouncing between this one and the daily backpack. She says literally struggling to get it off. But I found no issues in terms of that being plastic. Like, it's quite durable. And oh my Lord, have mercy on us. There's a button to push. So don't try and rip it off without pushing down the button. So now on to the back system here. This is what I love to see. Something that's going to pump posture. I like something that is really like hard on the back. Just kind of like set you up a bit more. Nice airflow. Has this implemented so that you're not feeling quite sluggish and sinking into it. As much as I love Stubble & Co.'s mesh, there is no like prompting to it. So I feel like sometimes I'm sinking into it and I'm not getting the support I need. Whereas these kind of moments really just oomph it up. Then on the sides here, you do have some more webbing. If the other webbing was enough, you've got lots and lots to attach to, but I don't feel like that would, I feel like that's just more aesthetics because that would be under your armpit. Okay, time for a wee fit check, comfortability and how this feels on the female body. Now, if you haven't seen the daily backpack one, I kind of went on a tangent forever about the whole rigidness of it. I have to say, their brand, like, since that review, I have been using their daily backpack and this one religiously because I just feel like it's definitely, like, growing on me. Like, the comfort of it. It's one of those ones where you have to, like, break it in and over time it becomes less rigid. But these ones, these straps are definitely more comfortable than the Daily Plus ones. The Daily Plus ones, I was literally like, so these are definitely way more comfortable. It's just a shame that I have to take off this sternum strap to reposition it. So I haven't been using it because I've not wanted to do that. But for the purpose of this video and me showing you a fit check, I'm going to do that. So give us a minute. This is what the backpack looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". The comfortability is definitely 10 times better than the daily backpack. I can feel the kind of prompting here on the back system. It's really nice, especially when you are like wearing thinner materials. We have like 1 or 2 days where it's hot and the airflow is really, really nice. You're not like sweating to death in it. It actually doesn't feel too bad. I like backpacks right close to my back, so this might be too high for some people. I completely understand that, but I don't care because I like it. Then you can like just adjust it if you wanted to, and then you can adjust the sternum strap as mentioned. I just prefer ones that I can roll up and down, but it has the dangle stopper so nothing's just like falling down. And it curves really nicely. I think maybe there is plenty of material. A wee bit more maybe would have been nice. But then even if you are going to the max out here on the sternum strap, it still retains that kind of curvage, which is nice. And the straps are really comfortable as well. So definitely feel like this is a better fit than the daily backpack in terms of just comfort, and the strap's not feeling like rigid. This actually feels very comfortable. Okay, time for a wee Airline test. Now this is the replica of EasyJet, so that just gives you a bit of an idea. We all want to know, does it fit as a personal item? It's that back. It is very straight. You're gonna have a hard time. No. It's definitely not one that you can just push in because the back is completely straight, so it doesn't give you that ability to do that. But as a carry-on, you're absolutely grand. It's just a shame about a personal item. I mean, you could go ahead and just risk it and yeah, it's not overly bulky or whatever. But in terms of like if they ask, then you've no chance of shoving that in because of the back system. For the water test, as you can see, the water just runs off this. It's absolutely amazing and perfect if you are caught in a wee downfall. Okay, time for some pros and cons. Pros for me is definitely that I feel this is more aesthetically pleasing on me with the A kind of shaped frame, and it's something that I appreciate. And in terms of like the material for an everyday carry, it's something that I find more comfortable. Definitely with the back system, there is a lot more airflow. It's something that I commute with and that I feel is a really great everyday kind of carry, but also a great wee travel bag if you wanted to use it for that as well. In terms of cons, do you think we need a luggage slit? Like, I don't feel like it's something I miss, but maybe that is definitely like a preference for people, especially if you are using this as your wee travel bag, then sometimes it might, you know, be suited more for people to have that luggage slit, and it's quite easy to implement here, I feel. For me is just the laptop compartment not being easy to kind of get to, like in its own compartment as well. I would have definitely preferred that. Another thing would have been nice, maybe, I mean, if you had a smaller lock, you could do that, but what I would just love, like for brands, is to just keep implementing, you know, the like kind of lockable zips where you can just place them together and then it's easier to push a lock through. I would love that. So that is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then why not consider joining the GBO community and hitting that subscribe button. Do let us know in the comments if this is your kind of backpack. Like, what do you like about it? What don't you like about it? What is it missing? What could I do a bit more of? Yeah, let me know. I'm definitely intrigued to know your opinions and happy to have a wee conversation below. If you do happen to have a wee gander on their website and you're thinking about purchasing this bag, then we would be forever grateful if you could use the links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.